Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly trading recap. And as always, let's dive into what happened throughout this last couple of days, this week, what trades we took, what setups we're currently holding, and as always, showing you everything as transparent as it gets. So starting with, let me show you what trades I'm currently holding. So at the moment, I'm currently holding GBP. This trade, it's been over 2 weeks now. I'm not annoyed by holding this trade because I'm having positive swaps. So I'm literally farming positive swaps at the moment, which is really nice. It's usually negative swaps, but in this case, because we're having positive swaps, I am able to hold it a little bit longer and I don't mind holding it. Of course, let's see if we're able to finally reach our final TP. It's been consolidating in here, but we'll see what happens. Then we have NCD-CAD. We just recently got tagged into this long position. It was a close miss in here, but there was still some space, some fair value gaps in here. So that's why I hold this long position. I took it with my FTMO phase 2. So as always, risking 1.5% on my funded accounts and targeting for a 1, 2, 3 risk reward. My funded accounts, not my challenges accounts. And now let's jump into my pending orders. So first, NCD-USD, I'm basically waiting for this trade to get tagged with the Fivers account. So I'll take this trade with my funded account that, as I explained in my previous video, with my funded account, I risk 0.5%. Then I have CAD-CHEF. I've been holding this pending order for a while already, but it's still valid, creating a lot of liquidity previous to our zone. So that's really nice to see. And also I'm taking this trade with the Fivers. Then Euro GBP. There's a new setup that basically recently formed. We broke structure with the liquidity sweep. It's nice. It has a fair value gap in the whole movement, so completely valid. I'm taking this with my FTMO phase 2. Then GBP CAD, FTMO phase 1, also waiting. It's basically kind of like CAD-CHEF, but in the opposite side. So we'll see what happens. It's really nice, and it has like a nice liquidity here before our entry. And NCD JPY, and also have this pending. Same thing with CAD JPY. This looks like a missed trade. So yeah, that's basically it for now. And I have some possible setups. I'm still, of course, waiting for bigger reversals and everything to put them as pending orders, but these are something that I'm currently watching for next week. And now let's move on to my trading journal real quick. So in this case, remember that we were into a point that I think, if I'm not wrong, we were like 18R for the year. But now we're 15R. These last 2 weeks were really, I can't say really bad, but they weren't the best compared to the first week of March, which was amazing. So the previous week we had a couple of losses, no wins, and in this one, same thing. We had 2 losses and a couple of break-evens. I'm going to show you, of course, everything. So now we are 6R for the month of March. We came back. We were at 10R for March. Now we're 6R. We're still profitable. We're still doing great for March. I'm not complaining. It's just that, of course, maybe the first week was really good. Now it's happening like a regression to the mean, and we're getting not the best results so far, but I'm still executing the plan exactly, following my rules. So it's not that I'm trading bad. It's just that probabilities are not in our favor this last couple of days. So yeah, we're 6R so far on March, 15R with a 33% win rate. As I said, a little bit lower, but it's only 81 trades so far. So it's a small sample size. We'll see how it increases throughout the year. And now let's see the trades I took this week. I basically put like a background color, like a light green color for the trades I took this week. So starting from this one till here. So I'm just going to open them. So first, CAD-CHEF, we took this break even. This is the trade I currently have with the Fivers, which is this one right here, the CAD-CHEF short position. So I basically saw this long position targeting this short position initially, like the initial position I had, but this one was still valid, a little bit more aggressive. But as I said, I'm very aggressive, so I took this long position, and at the end it was a break even. This trade didn't hit TP, by the way. It reversed back and basically started consolidating a little bit, but of course it was a break even, so there's nothing wrong with that. Then I had this break even as well, targeting this high here for a 1, 2, 3. But we got stopped out at break even as well. I was able to move my stop loss to break even, risk free, and then price immediately reversed back. So that's also a break even. I had a loss on this specific pair, so GBP AUD, minus 1R in that case. I took this trade, if I'm not wrong, with my funded account, so the Fivers. So that was a 0.5% negative in this one. So nothing to do about it. Some might say that we were bullish, but I was more interested in the most recent structure. So we can see high, low, high, and then we broke structure, changing character. That's basically, in my opinion. So this was a valid short targeting this low for a 1, 2, 3. Didn't work, but that's basically a loss. Then we had a break-even trade on AUD JPY. Another break-even trade on Euro JPY, very similar to AUD JPY. We can see really similar trades. And today we had a loss on AUD USD. I took this trade, I think, yesterday or the day before, and we basically got stopped out for a -1R. So those were the trades we took this week. Honestly, a very slow week. As I said, a lot of break-evens, if I'm not wrong, 4 break-evens, 2 losses. So yeah, as we can see, and we evaluate, that's basically the main idea why I have my journal and why I take screenshots of every single one of my trades. It's because I love to see this after my week and basically understand what trades I took and evaluate if those trades were following my plan. And as we can see, every single trade looks identical, of course, in different scenarios and in different positions, some shorts, some longs, but at the same time, they all follow my rules. They all respected my plan, and I've seen multiple trades like this working out perfectly in my backtesting, so that's why I take them. And now let's close this images and let's now focus on my prop firm accounts. So first, this is my funded account, the 20K account with the fivers. As we can see right now, we're $200 in drawdown, so that's basically around a -1% on my funded account. That's completely normal. It's expected that I'm gonna have drawdown periods on my funded accounts, and I'm also gonna have profit periods. Of course, my main objective with this account is to achieve a specific point where I can withdraw not only my profit or whatever profit I make, but also, most importantly, withdraw the credit I have for my refund. A guy commented in the last video basically saying that he didn't understand the refund situation, and what basically happens is when you buy prop firm challenges, you pay in a specific amount. So let's say, for example, for this one, if I'm not wrong, I paid 160 or 170 USD for this 20K account. And what they offer you is whenever you pass your funded account and you get funded, so you pass phase 1, phase 2, and you become a funded trader with them, they're gonna basically give you back the fees you paid for that account. So that's considered the refund. So for example, if right now I have a $160 credit of my refund of this account and I make $50 aside from that, I'm gonna be able to withdraw that money, and that's basically my profit. So it's the refund plus the profit I made. So the idea is to make a little bit above 160 to be able to 100% secure my refund of this account, make this account risk-free, and be able to use that money to buy other accounts. That's my main goal with this account. After I do that, everything that I make with this 20K funded account is just profit. That's basically the main idea. This is how we're doing. As we can see, I took 2 losses and a break-even trade. So AUD JPY was a break-even trade, and I took a loss on GBP and CD. This was last week. And in this one, GBP AUD, the one I show you in here, let me look for it real quick. So this loss right here. So those were basically the trades I took, and this is how we're doing in the funded account. And these are my 3 accounts I have at the moment with FTMO. So first, the verification, or in other words, phase 2 account. I'm currently holding a trade, as I mentioned before, NCD-CAD, this long position. This trade is currently running, and if we open this account, we're basically in a break-even point because, as I mentioned last week, we basically took a trade that swaps were very high, and despite it being a break-even trade, at the end we ended up losing around $60 or $70 because of just swaps. So that's why we're not at 25K, or in other words, break-even, but we're still doing really good. I still consider that a break-even point, so let's consider it at 25K. And that's basically my 25K account, the phase 2. Then we have the other 25K, but this is phase 1. This is the most recent account I just purchased around a couple of weeks ago. And this one we had a loss. So we basically had the AUD loss, which was early today. Let me look up this trade real quick. So this loss right here, I already show it to you. So this was a -1R, but of course, because I risk on challenges 1.5%, that's why I lost $375 on this long position on AUD USD. So, and this one was a break-even trade on Euro JPY, which is similar to AUD JPY, but of course in another pair, which was basically this break-even. So those were the two trades I've taken. This was a CAD also break-even trade. So we're still doing good. I'm just 1.5% down on this specific challenge. So we'll see what happens. We're doing good. I'll just say it's not bad considering these last 2 weeks that were very, very bad. And then this is my 50K account, which is very close to get blown. And let's see how this one is going. So right now I have 2 open trades. So the first one is NCD CAD. I took the same trade I took with the phase 2 account with FTMO, with this one as well. And GBP which is the trade that it's taking centuries to hit our take profit or our break even. And important to mention, honestly speaking, I don't care about this account anymore. I'm actually thinking in buying another account, a 25K account, maybe on Alpha Capital, the Fivers, or FTMO. I'm gonna see what I like. I'm gonna see the prices. But yeah, I just consider this account blown. I'm of course taking a couple of trades. I even take the same trades I take in other accounts just because I don't care anymore. But if, as I said multiple times, if I'm able to take this account back to -5%, I'm gonna of course increase my risk again and see if I'm able to pass it. But honestly speaking, I don't care. That's why I'm gonna buy other accounts and start prioritizing the other accounts instead of this one. I hope that was clear. The reason it got very, very down in drawdown, and I'm basically explaining this because a guy commented that in a couple of videos, or in a video I don't remember well, but he basically was saying that I didn't have a good risk management for this account. And my answer to that is, I know. This is high risk, high reward, because I know prop firm challenges are made for us to fail. I just risk way more than what it should be or what it's considered appropriate. I just increase my risk substantially, so between 1.5% or 2%. And I know that if I take a couple of losses, I'm gonna blow the account. I'm gonna have huge drawdowns. But at the same time, if I have a couple of winning streaks, I'm gonna be able to pass my accounts way faster. I know that if I risk 0.5% or 1% in these accounts, I might have this account for a lot of time without blowing it. And I might pass it in a couple of months or maybe in a year, you know what I mean? But if I want to pass them quick, that's the best way. Just increase your risk, buy a lot of accounts, and split your trades in different accounts. That's what I'm doing. That's the reason why this one is really down in drawdown and the others were passed. I was able to get funded, and other ones, of course, are also in drawdown. It's just a mix of them, and you're gonna have good results with some accounts and bad results with other accounts. So yeah, that's basically how this account is going. As I said, I have these 2 orders at the moment with this 50K FTMO challenge. And yeah, that's basically a quick summary of what happened throughout this week. As I said, slow week, nothing to worry about. As I said, the beginning of March was great. This is just a regression to the mean. We're not getting really good setups or not really good performance on our pairs, but we'll see what happens this next week, which is basically the last one on March. And yeah, let's close the month really, really strong. And as always, following our plan, our rules, and executing our system, confident in probabilities and not in emotions. So that was basically all for this video, guys. If you guys want to keep seeing these videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and see you in the next video. Take care.